Good morning, we're team number 6 and we're going to talk about our PIA presentation about depression prevention. My teammates are Axel Quiroga, María José Silva, Julio Paredes, Jared Perez, Eric Valdez, and my name David Garza. We're going to start talking about our problem. Depression has been an underrated disorder in our society. All of its effects have been diminished. We hypothesize that due to this isolation, death and uncertainty of the pandemic had led to an increase in these depression symptoms among among students mainly. The UNESCO's goals we achieved with this project are the third and the 10th goal. The third is because everyone will have the opportunity to have a good mental health despite their economical situation. And the 10th because if we raise the awareness of depression, then the people will have a more empathic view toward the people who has it. And I intend to go to therapy and to motivate to go forward.
Okay, well, our description of idea is to create and distribute a sort of psychometric exam that can detect depression in teens. Afterwards, if someone has depression, enhance them to reach for free psychological help with Subtel. Also, to create a conscientious campaign for everyone to be educated and conscious about depression, symptoms, causes, and tips. With this, we aim to reduce the rates of suicide, self-harm, or other consequences of depression. Our hypothesis is to create a psychological exam and apply it. Then we will develop a way to help students by detecting depression symptoms and by offering third-party psychological help.
Now we're going to talk about the problem. First, what is the problem and who does it affect? First of all, what is depression? Depression is a common disorder that affects how you feel, act, and think. Constant feelings of sadness and loss of interest, changes in appetite, and in severe cases, suicidal thoughts. There are different types of depression, ranging from a relatively minor to severe symptoms. Who is affected? JAMA Network Open conducted a research titled Prevalence of Depression Symptoms in U.S. Adults Before and During the COVID-19 Pandemic. On this study, they surveyed 1,441 young adults and found out that depression symptoms were 3 times higher than before. The percentage rose from 8.5% before the pandemic and 27 to 27.8% during the pandemic.
Okay, so now we will talk about the context of depression.
Where is this happening? A study conducted by ILO titled Youth and COVID-19 Impacts on Jobs, Education, Right and Mental Well-being surveyed over 12,000 participants from over 112 countries. On the study, they found that there were 50% that a young adult experienced symptoms of depression or anxiety. With this, we know that it will be impossible to help or solve this. So our team is mainly focused on Mexicans because there is not enough attention on the topic or in our country, and this campaign could raise awareness about depression. Why is depression increasing due to the lockdown? On the same study conducted by ILO, they grouped the cases of depression according to their ages. From 17 to 23 years old were experiencing anxiety due to uncertainty and due to the change in educational system. And from 24 to 30 years old were anxious due to home office, extended with working hours coupled with other responsibilities. On the study, some people were presenting some other symptoms. These were fear of catching COVID, isolation, death of loved one, failing exams, and fear of not learning.
Okay, so how is depression treated? There are various methods to handle depression, such as psychological treatments, which are therapies and could be one-to-one counseling, electronic therapies, or group therapies. There are medical treatments in which a doctor may prescribe some antidepressants. There is support from family and friends and consists in educate them for them to be conscious and empathic with them. And finally, there are the lifestyle changes, which consist in eating healthy, exercising, getting vitamin D from the sun, and getting enough sleep. And just to remind you that if you don't have the economical possibilities, there is also psychological help 24/7 available through phone with Saptel, which is Sistema Nacional de Apoyo, Consejo Psicológico e Intervención en Crisis por teléfono at 555-259-8121, and they'll provide free guidance, support, or counseling for you.
Solutions. Our plan is to reduce the suicide rates due to depression in Mexican high schools, and to achieve this, we will develop and distribute the depression prevention test, and create awareness campaigns about depression and suicide, and enhance everyone to reach to psychological help if they need and if they want to, and if not, we will suggest them other solutions. Conclusion. Despite the cases of people that suffer depression have increased considerably since the lockdown, there's still so much ignorance about the issue and a lack of appropriate procedures to diagnostic it and to deal with it. Our project seeks to create awareness through campaigns and other mediums about how important is the accurate recognition and handling of this problem, and to look for the detection, prevention, and correct psychological treatment of it, in order to reduce the number of affected people and the mortality rates. Thank you.